Hi, my name is Emily Weaver, and my module for this assignment was module number 8, which was chapter 18. In chapter 18, we covered the symbolic convergence theory. The symbolic convergence theory is based around dramatizing messages and fantasy. And my dramatization story literally happened this morning, which is crazy. But, so I've been working at a summer camp this week, and we had a mom call in this morning and tell us that her son had gotten sick yesterday, so he wouldn't be in today for camp. And she was really just trying to figure out if what he had was more serious and whether or not she had to take him to the doctor. And my manager was on the phone this whole time, and it was me and a couple of my coworkers at the front desk just kind of chilling around trying to figure out what was up on the phone. And so it was a big group of us getting different messages from my manager's expression on the phone. And one of my coworkers really thought that she was calling us to blame us for getting her son sick. When in reality, she wasn't. That's just how it was. She just really was concerned about her son's well-being and whether or not she had to take him to the doctor. But still, my coworker was like, she really thinks we got him sick. Like, this is so annoying. I can't believe people always think that. Why do people blame us for this? Blah, blah, blah. And she was kind of using that imaginative language. You know, she was describing what was happening on the phone call, even though she wasn't on the phone. You know, it was all very interpretive. You know, we both read it differently. And, you know, we both of us weren't on the phone with the parent. My manager was. So we kind of got the message from my manager and interpreted it differently from there. And so it was interesting to see how different we got from it. And for fantasy, so fantasy is all about, you know, dramatizing messages within the group. So everyone kind of has the same idea. And my fantasy story is all about, you know, my best friends from high school. We all plan to, after we finish going to college together at the same school, which, looking back, I don't remember what school we all wanted to go to, but we all wanted to go to the same school. And we were all going to move out to Lakeway, which is right outside of Austin, and live in apartments there because it's close enough to Austin, but it's not right in the middle of the city crazy life. When in reality, Lakeway's growing now, so it's literally crazy city life in Lakeway too. So not as crazy as inside of Austin, but when we are all going to work together in Austin and all live like happily ever after together in our own apartment. And I look back at this and I just laugh because I don't know. I love those girls now, but it's like I really never talk to them anymore, which is so crazy. But we all had that same idea and it was 100% going to happen and all this stuff. So it kind of cracks me up remembering that. But, you know, we all had that same idea as a group, and that's what made it, you know, fantasy. And so it's really important to remember with the symbolic convergence theory to stay true to the message and really go back to the source to figure out what was really happening. You know, think of the differences based on how I remember the story, maybe versus my coworker remembered the story, like in my dramatization story. You really have to kind of compare. You really have to kind of compare them to another and try and get the truth out of them. You know, always just remember where the message came from and go from there. And as far as fantasy goes, you know, if everyone shares the same, you know, vision or story or whatever, that's just kind of how it goes. So that is my application presentation for Module 8, which was Chapter 18, the Symbolic Convergence Theory, Once again, in conclusion, the symbolic convergence theory is based around dramatizing messages in fantasy. That's all that it's about. And yeah, thank you for watching.